Alright, ACDCO, you shook me all night long. I am Finbar of Finbar Bass. Okay, so what are those bass videos all about down when you click on the YouTube text box right there? Well, bass playing is kind of a time of discovery, you know? It's like an adventure. You're learning new stuff all the time. You're increasing your chops. You're getting better, right? So we need to practice bass. And when we're practicing, you know, and learning all these different techniques, like through these videos, why not make it fun, right? I mean, that's great. If you can actually get better on the bass, you know, and learn all these different songs or techniques or whatever, and, you know, and have fun doing it instead of just doing it through, you know, repetitious, you know, study, then that's a fantastic thing, and that's fun. You're doing it through something that you love. You're doing it through music. And that makes it just so much easier to do and so much better. So don't forget, click on the clicker box right down there in the YouTube text box. I think it's really going to help you out. We are starting on the 3rd fret right here of the old E string. And I'm kind of like adding these little percussive elements here just because I'm not playing a song in the background, so you can kind of get a more accurate representation of when these notes come in. But really, it would just be like if you're playing this in a band and you don't want to add the little funky ghost notes, you just be like, just like that. See, I'm just doing like the drums there. So you're going to hit the 3rd fret of the E string, and then 2 hits on the 3rd fret of the A string, and then back to the 3rd fret of the E. So you're kind of alternating on the 3rd fret between the E string and the A string. So you got, and you're back on the A string right there, right? And then you got, so here, you're moving between the 3rd fret of the E and the 5th fret of the A, right? So if I do that nice and slow, you got, right? You might think it's, but this note here is more like, they kind of run into each other, not as much staccato right there. Right? That's what you got next. So you're on the 5th fret of the D string. You're going to hit it 3 times. And with this whole entire song, you know, I'm kind of showing you the basics here. You know, feel free to ornament it however you want. Funk it up, add some notes, minus some notes, you know. I mean, make it your own, really. There's nothing saying that you have to play it, you know, exactly like the studio version of the ACDC song. Because I don't even know if I'm playing it exactly like the studio version, so, you know, mess around with it a little bit. It's all a big learning process and part of the old journey. So you got 3 hits on that 5th fret of the D string. On the, did I say 5th fret? Yeah, 5th fret of the D string. And then hit the 5th fret of the A string. 5th fret of the D string again. And then, of course, the D string, 5th fret again. So you're kind of alternating between the 5th fret, A and the D strings. So if I do that slowly, just that part. So, and that 3rd fret, when I hit that there, that's just basically leading you back into the 1st measure. So, you know, it's cyclical. It keeps going around. So I'll play all that slowly, just so you can follow along the whole part here. You know, and you can always slide that last note there. Get into that one right there. Slide up. Anyway, that's the basic first part you'll hear. Now, right before the chorus, you're going to hear him riding on a note. Just doing 8th notes right there. And he's actually on the 5th fret of the A string. Just like that. Sometimes he does this business. But anyway, it's 2 measures, so 16 notes, 8 notes per measure on the 5th fret of the A string right there. That's leading up into the chorus. All right, so that's the chorus right there. What you're doing is 3 hits on that 3rd fret of the E string, and then you're going up, open A. You can hit the 5th fret of the E, of course, there if you want, but open A, 2nd fret of the A, 3rd fret of the A. So you got, and, you know, like I said, you know, ornament this however you want. You know, mix it up. But then you're going to go back to 2 hits on the 2nd fret. So you got, then you're on this 5th fret of the A string, right, for 2 hits, and then 2 more hits. So you got, just like that. And then you do the open A, 2nd, and then 3rd fret of the A again. So just listen to this, and you'll totally get what I'm saying here. Right, and then 2 hits on the 2nd fret of the A, and then to bring it back around, 1 open E. Sounds really nice there because you're going from the open E into the 3rd fret back into that 1st measure. So I'll play that whole thing slowly. Just like that. And before the solo, he's riding on a note, and yep, you guessed it, it's the 5th fret of the A string, this D note right here. So mostly what you're going to hear is just him playing the same thing over and over again, because there's a very long solo, and it's really similar to the chorus, and he's just playing it a little bit different each time he plays it. So like I said, you know, mess around with it. But the first time you hear it, it's going to be kind of staccato. So we're not... It's more of a staccato feeling, just like this. Right? So you got that 3rd fret. This is the chorus basically, but just not played where the notes are meshing together as much. So 3rd fret of the E, and on the A string, open, 2, 3. 2, and then 5. And then you're going to go back into the... just like normal. All right, you got it, yo. ACDC, you shook me all night long. Don't forget to click on the YouTube text box right down there if you want some cool lessons that aren't on YouTube. 3 lessons. There's a beginner, intermediate, and kind of advanced lesson on there as well, so pick that up if you haven't yet. Other than that, please do subscribe to Finbar Bass. That's my YouTube channel. There's over 200, there's like 240 or something like that right now at the time of this video, so when you watch this there might even be more on there, and if you subscribe you'll always know when the new ones are coming out. You will never be bored playing bass because you're always going to have a ton of different things to play, and I try and mix it up. So it's not just always just songs from one period. I have songs from, you know, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, the 2000s, songs that were just produced. And not just songs, but there's theme music in there, and computer game music, and, you know, cartoon music, and all kinds of different things. And transcriptions from other instruments, and, you know, it's very varied. So the idea there is, you know, make it fun. Let's make this stuff fun. So it's not just dry with me just hanging out here telling you what to play. Right, let's throw some new things in there. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, for commenting, for coming to my channel. I really do appreciate it, and have fun with that one, yo.